Apparently, Michael B. Jordan is formally finished with hearing all reports and hypotheses about his separation with Lori Harvey, and feels like he has a remark around 118 months of attempting to be a piece of the Harvey group. And in the stunning development, it's not Lori he faults for everything and not her father, but rather the sovereign of contention, Marjorie Harvey. As per Michael, this woman pulls all the string in this tribe and have unending command over the relational peculiarities. Hey everybody, and welcome back to Celeb Live channel. So Michael B. Jordan was head over impact point in affection with Lori Harvey, and many individuals accepted they could be the following power couple in the business anyway. In a startling development, we didn't hear the wedding chimes, and on second thought of displaying a wedding band in her virtual entertainment, Lori distributed a very enigmatic message on her Instagram story with a vehicle plate perusing "dump him." And it's not hard to surmise that a separation followed, and kid deciding by Michael B. Jordan's responses. This partition was truly extreme for himself, and keeping in mind that Lori was at that point posting the photographs with her new boo via web-based entertainment, he wanted a chance to recuperate and handle the whole thing. At first, Michael was faulting himself, thinking he was not sufficient for Lori, but rather come on the one who stars in belief is essentially perfect in Michael. Additionally, came to similar idea, the vast majority after a separation are like, I will get in better shape. Yet I was at that point in ideology shape, and it seems like he at last figured out why his romantic tale had such a miserable closure, since you will have a hard time believing who chose to join the separation show. And yes, regardless, Marjorie Harvey herself evidently has a deep understanding of tracking down a legitimate companion. And as Michael accepts she was continually stoking the discharge by encouraging Lori how to manage the individual life, even after Michael and Lori formally tapped out Marjorie. Couldn't stand beside the chance to ring in, and she even concealed the entertainer on her Instagram, as Michael later admitted in his meeting. He was worn out on this interlacing controls and show that reigned in the family, and in spite of his overwhelming inclinations for Lori, he was unable to live heavily influenced by her mom and continually follow her lead. How much energy he squandered while being in this relationship has even impacted his profound prosperity, and he felt depleted not to give it, any energy and sort of move. From that, as far as you might be concerned, was an encounter for me to develop for quite a long time. Individuals have been blaming Marjorie for making various plans and controls, and it seems like she can't survive without having everything taken care of. And by all that, I additionally mean her own little girl's very own life. Obviously, Marjorie showed Lori how to be a calculative heartthrob for men and caused them to carry the world to her feet. And don't get me wrong, this is precisely exact thing Michael B. Jordan was doing with his liberal signals. So evidently, over the long run, Lori got in the spotless state of mind and underestimated all that, very much like her mother had shown her. Recall that you're the award. Generally say that once again, recollect that you are the lady of the hour. It seems as though Marjorie impacts Lori's mentality, and her job in the entire detachment is generally talked about in the virtual entertainment. While certain individuals say it's difficult to fault just Marjorie for this division, we should recall how manipulative and working out this lady can be, and in her past, she had proactively destroyed many lives with her game's dramatization. Is by all accounts Marjorie's center name, since she had previously intruded with others' relationship before. And you presumably know what I'm talking about. Well, the narrative of Marjorie getting Steve Harvey is all obscure and very stunning, considering the way that Steve's ex Mary blamed Marjorie for laying down with her then companion. Yet on the Marjorie essentially reveres the heartfelt shows Clutch Your Seats when I let you know that Mary likewise blamed this woman for subverting the relationship with her main child Winton, and most likely murmuring in Steve's ear that his child ought to never remain with his ex. He turned my child against me. And hearing this large number of shocking charges, it's difficult to accept that this is undeniably said about Marjorie, whose verifiable effortlessness and style got her various fans among current ladies anyway. There's more than the public picture. And behind this veneer of a refined woman, there's a computing individual who presently shows her girl how to play savage games with individuals' souls and lives. And I question that Michael B. Jordan was the principal survivor of Lori's narrow-mindedness. And I know in some cases she felt like she was conversing with a wall, yet I certainly consumed all that she expressed so consistently settle on shrewd choices, well on the off chance that Lori herself expresses that she follows her mother's supposed savvy proposals. I can barely comprehend what unfortunate Michael B. Jordan needed to persevere during his relationship with this young lady. Many fans are glad for Michael for having at last broken liberated from this harmful family climate, and taking into account Marjorie's daring past, and how she had the option to renege on any frightful embarrassment. It's more than clear that she gives orders in this mixed faction, and controls everybody to get what she needs. As one client remarked, happy Michael Rand needn't bother with the family show raking Steve's pockets, self-centered mother. I realize a couple and one more client added from the very beginning. It appears like Steve Harvey's better half is the person who wears the jeans and runs all that in the family. Well, a greater amount of Marjorie's manipulative strategies might be exceptionally before long uncovered by her ex Jim Townsend, who composed an enlightened all-journal regarding his life. And as he admitted in his meeting with tchy, the biggest part of the book will be committed to his relationship with Marjorie, and that story how she had the option to renege on jail while he was at first detained for life. This will be a legendary openness of Marjorie's past. And I surmise to this end she is so disappointed right now, and even toss conceal on Michael for criticizing her she doesn't maintain that reality with regards to her life should emerge. So she is prepared to utilize her manipulative deceives again to quietness every individual who is coming to demolish her ideal picture of a woman anyway. It appears as though it's past the point of no return since her most memorable ex doesn't remember to stop. As Jim said, I have no devotion to Marjorie. She showed her hand, I will recount my story, it don't make any difference assuming she realizes about it. Well, Marjorie most certainly prevailed in life. While her ex-mate was spoiling in prison, she wedded Steve Harvey, and surprisingly caused him to embrace every one of her children from other man Lori included, and likely the possibility of a mixed tribe was playing out well in Marjorie's mind. Yet truly Steve appears to be worn out on his more distant family's elements, and there are bits of hearsay that not all things are so lovely and glossy as they show on their Christmas Instagram posts anyway. Following Marjorie's brilliant controls, Steve put her knees above all the other things in his day-to-day existence. And I don't have the foggiest idea how this lady figured out how to persuade him to worship his stepdaughter Lori and totally disregard his natural children. This is precisely exact thing the humorist has been doing since he hitched Marjorie. We can't hear Steve discussing his different children, and by the manner in which he has 7 of them anyway, he is by all accounts oak. To examine Lori's own life, entirely awkward with that image right currently. I'm not actually feeling that the theories of Marjorie's contribution, each part of her day-to-day's life, have happening for a long time. And obviously Michael Gordon saw this himself, and he was very awkward to have someone else intruding with his relationship with his.